but as an indie artist, like, can you talk about that period, at least the decade between like 2010 and uh kind of now? Like, how did you? What were your basic plans like in terms of getting your art
Um,
out there?
I didn't really have a plan. Like I had went just for a long time after that album got bootlegged, and I didn't have a plan. I was just like hanging out at my girl's house, making shit up on GarageBand, and not really knowing what was going on. Like trying to, if I was still signed, if I wasn't signed, if I was able to kind of get a record deal, people that I had fell out of contact with the Entombeds, so I didn't know what the hell was going on. And my boy Steve McKee, he was building a studio in Philly, so I
Mhm.
just started going there. He was I started going there because he knew, like, whenever we would do shows, I would just be in my hotel room making beats on my garage band.
Garage
And
band.
so he was just like, I got the studio, play me the shit that you've been doing on your garage band. And I played him the shit, and that turned into Airtight's Revenge. But I was just making shit up on my computer, just waiting around to know when we could get back in. And then, the deal, all that shit fell apart. So I was kind of like self conscious, but I just I can go into my head and just entertain myself at any point. So like that's what I just did. And then from doing that, I started hanging out, and I, I, I became friends with Cyrock Creative Partners,
Hmm.
working on their stuff. And Shafiq was introduced me to Andrew Mayaro, who works with Adrian Young now, but
Hmm.
had this small label that he was putting Shafiq's records out through. And Shafiq, I was like, man, your shit is funky, but it's electronic, and they're letting you do whatever you want. And we was hanging out with Flying Lotus and just that whole crew. I was like, y'all remind me of the New York crew, but out here in LA.
Hmm.
And the Plug Research Cast was like, "Yo, we'll sign what you doing." And I had the shit that I was, the shit I was just working out on at Steve's studio, and they dug it. So I was like, I don't know if I'm still signed. I don't know if I can put shit out or whatever, but fuck it, let's get sued so we can find out where I'm at.
So what happened? Like,
It's a good business plan.
well, nothing
no,
happened, right? You
no, nothing happened. So it was like, oh, then let's
got
just
it.
keep going.
So for a lot of people, especially Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they
Is it the new ones?
Yeah, is that the new
kind
thing?
of say it
I'm
again.
here. Is that the new ones? Who the alphas?
Gen Alpha. You got to start back after Gen Z. You got to start to the letter A. Yeah, the new ones.
Wow.
Your
Wow.
work with Kendrick Lamar is kind of
Mm-hmm.
their introduction or your reintroduction. Um, what was like? How deep involved were you with To Pimp a Butterfly? Like, were you guys just always? Was it like a second coming of Soquarians where you're just always on standby, or were you there to just specifically work for one song?
Yeah, I just came to the first. I did like a few sessions, but um, I came in at the last half of the record. Like they already, Font Leroy had already wrote the chorus, and kind of for that song, these walls. I just came in to do that,
Mhm.
and I kind of recorded it so fast that uh, Kendrick was like, "Oh, well, throw this up, put this up, put this up. Let me see what you would do." And it kind of just turned into that, and
Was he familiar with
and
you, or was it just like AR Boys things? Like, how much did he know about you?
No, he was familiar. He had wanted me to be on the first album, but I don't know what happened. It didn't work out in time.
Mhm.
And so we had always said that we wanted to, because he's cool with the whole Sarab Creative Partners crew.
Right.
So I knew him from then, and then Fly Low, and of course Thundercat. So and Terrence Martin, like those are all my cats. I've known them for
But
years.
you're
So
also, but Bilal, you're like they're senior in a way. Do they recognize you in a way of like, yo, fucking Bilal, in that sense? Because you're older, a couple of years older than these folks, right?
not Sarab.
Oh, not Cyron.
Creative Part
Cyron.
Sarab.
I'm
No.
talking about Kendrick. I'm talking about Fauntleroy.
Kendrick
About,
and yeah.
you know,
Yeah, and ironically, those cats, they thought I was their age. I don't know,
I can
but
see,
I was just
of course.
hanging.
Well,
I mean,
you're youngish. Like even
you
now,
are.
like
You
you
are.
look the same way you did. Mine's the dreadlocks. Like this is like talking to you back in the day. So